So I'm Gizzi Erskine. I'm a food writer and stylist, but I guess now you can probably kind of summarise that more as just me being a cook and a really passionate cook. I'm a real believer that slightly we're losing the ability to cook and to be able to cook properly. You know, the way that our generations used to sort of translate, you know, Granny would teach your mum how to cook, your mum would teach you how to cook. I think we're losing that a little bit. And I do believe that while, you know, you can probably whip up the most amazing spag bol or be quite inspired in the kitchen, if I asked you to make Yorkshire puddings or gravy or white sauce, you might not be able to. And I think that I want to be the person that can show you how. So I've written a book called Gizzi's Kitchen Magic, and I've sort of taken it based on a cook's companion, which I actually about 5 years ago came across an old vintage bound cook's companion that was so beautiful, and it had everything that I felt was missing in today's cookery books. It had the skills that were explained to a T, but also sort of really quite formulaic and to the point. So I wanted to kind of be able to put this sort of vintage classic idea, but then turn it into the way that we are used to seeing modern cookery books, and therefore going on to inspire you with Gizzi style recipes. My favourite recipes in the book are really varied. I mean, I've got the technical stuff, so I'm really proud of the extent that I've gone to in sort of maybe re-analysing all these techniques. So I'm absolutely, you know, the things like the pastry and the bread recipes I'm sort of totally proud of, and I absolutely stand by the fact that they're good, solid, working recipes. But for the inspired side, I absolutely love rosemary infused salted caramel millionaire shortbreads, which are phenomenal. They kind of take this classic tea time treat that we were all brought up on and make it a bit more grown up and adult and push it into a whole other dimension. You don't have to feel guilty about it, well you kind of do, but in a good way. You can feel not so guilty about eating them. Also, it's full of Erskine specials. I think my mum would be proud. The veal, parma ham and sage breadcrumbs with the cherry tomato spaghetti is phenomenal. It's got to be one of my favourites. Equally, the Asian side of things, I mean, I spent time growing up over there when I was a teenager, so that's massively inspired how I cook. And there are recipes like the chili and mango grilled fish, which is just phenomenal and so easy. It's just a really nice, healthy thing you can do. A lovely dish to do with the girls coming round. Also chicken and weeds, one of my mum's recipes. Sounds really revolting, but it's just this really light, fragrant curry that's infused with coriander. Saying that as well, I'm also inspired by trends and the restaurants, so I've sort of pinched the Nobu style black cod in miso and made it with plum miso, just to take it to that different dimension. Doing some beef taktaki salad, Japanese one with this amazing wasabi, ginger and soy dressing that rocks. God, there's so many recipes. I'm just, you know, I'm quite proud of the collection that we've brought together, and I think it really defines young people who are into food. I think what people are finding interesting in me is the fact that I'm a lot younger than a lot of chefs. I think my past, my history, the fact that I used to be a body piercer, quite rock and roll, you know, I'm very heavily tattooed, which kind of, I hope, makes me a bit more interesting to a young crowd, because, you know, I mean, I think people probably relate to me a little bit more than they might relate to someone like Delia, God love her. But, you know, and also I'm not trying to be a Nigella and be a domestic goddess, you know, quite the contrary. I'm a complete hopeless cause at home in any other department, but just want to be able to show people that you can actually cook. And I'm normal, and I'm living that same life as most 20, 30-year-olds are, and, you know, that you don't have to feel ashamed if you can't cook a certain way, because I can show you how, with a few tricks and twists and stuff to how you cook, I can show you how you can do it a little bit easier.